Hi and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you know, I think the Tesla Model 3 is a fantastic family car. It's practical and it's spacious. But I also think it's a pretty good sports car. It's quick as hell, it looks great with its nice swoopy lines, but it's missing one thing that screams sports car, and that is carbon fibre. So today, thank you to my friends at Hansshow, we are going to install some carbon fibre accessories on my car just to really enhance that sporting look. Stay with me and let's see how it looks. Okay, now we're going to kick things off by showing you exactly what Hansshow have sent through to me. Now they've got a fantastic range of Tesla accessories for both inside and outside the car, and you can see more by following that link up there. So a big thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. Now I'm going to kick things off with actually the first thing they've sent me isn't for the outside of the car, it's for the inside of the car. And it's tempered glass to protect the screens. Now in a 2024 Tesla Model 3, you of course have the screen in the front, like in every Tesla, but you also have the screen in the back. Also obviously the same with the latest Model S and the Model X. So in here, we'll install these when we go out. We have a protective tempered glass screen, and I've gone for the slightly matte one, which should reduce shine. And we're going to install that on the front screen, and then we're going to install this little miniature version that goes on the back screen. It even comes with a little cleaning cloth, and cleansing wipe for installation, and even a little tool for getting those extra little bits of air out. So we'll go through that shortly. But then we've got the exciting external stuff. So I'm going to start with this box here. Now I'm shooting on the GoPro as well, so you can get a nice close-up. And these are carbon fibre handles for the car. Now these literally stick over the top of the existing handles, and they are super light because carbon fibre is, but really strong and look fantastic. And it's got a nice shine to it. You can see the carbon fibre effect. They're going to look really good on the car. Already have the 3M installation tape installed, and it's a lovely presentation box actually, I must admit. They could have just thrown those in, but I think that looks really smart. So yeah, really looking forward to installing those. And the next thing is this. Now these are at the very front of the wings on each side of the car, you've got your indicators and also one of the cameras that sees and looks down kind of the lower part of the car. And these cover those exactly. So if I show you on here, you've got the space for the indicator there, space for the camera, again, really nice and thin. All the adhesive tape is in place. And you can see, look at the inside, it really is carbon fibre, and it looks lovely, and it'll complement these handles perfectly. But there is one more thing, and arguably it's the main event, and that is this. So this, as it says, is a carbon fibre spoiler that you stick on the back of the car. And having looked inside the box already, it looks absolutely fantastic. So let me take this out here for you and I'll show you. So when we take it out, we don't need to take the whole box. So let me pop those bits out of the way. Very well packaged, very well protected. Let's pop that over there. And then if we open this up, look at that. So you've got a roll of 3M tape, and it's the thin type as well. So because obviously you don't want lots of extra thickness underneath. It's probably about 1 millimetre thick. And then you've got the spoiler itself, and it's, again, obviously super light, and it looks spectacular. Look at the way it catches the light. And again, obviously, it's a perfect match to the handles and the camera cover, and it'll be the exact shape of the back of my car, which you don't understand just how much of a crescent it is until you see it like this. But I'm super excited about installing this. It might well just be a standard range, but it's going to look pretty damn performance-based by the time we're finished. But yeah, super looking forward to going and seeing what these like. So let's go outside. It's rained a little bit, so we're going to have to dry the car, but that's fine. And then let's get these installed and see how they look. Okay, so we're going to kick things off here at the front of the car. So this is the unit I'm talking about with the camera and the indicators. I said it has rained, so I'm having to make sure everything is bone dry before I do anything. Obviously, you also want to make sure it's clean. So I washed the car over the weekend, so apart from the rain, it should be pretty clean. Obviously, this is a really important camera when it comes to the safety of the car, because it uses this to work out how close you are to things, and it contributes towards the self-driving functionality. So you really don't want to cover anything. Now this is the carbon fibre, so if I just push it on, it fits great, and the indicator's clear, and the camera is, in fact the camera actually sticks out a little bit, so it really is unobstructed. That fits really well. Fab, great. So now let's peel off all these sticky bits, which there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bits, and I often find these are a pain to actually take the backing off. Okay, so that was unnecessarily hard work, but I finally got all the stickers off. And now we've got to make sure we get this right. So I can see the camera, I can see where it fits. You've just got to make sure it goes right up against the front so the camera's flush. Push everywhere where there's tape, which was everywhere. It's creaking a little bit, which I don't love, but the camera is unobstructed, which is the most important bit. Let's make sure it's pushed right on. And that's it. That's it. It's on and it's installed. I like that, looks good. Let me grab the GoPro. So if you see, the camera's clear there, so it's unobstructed. You can see the indicator on that bit. That's nice. It's nice and pushed against, because the unit itself isn't completely flush. It does kind of stick out a bit, and this just sits nicely on top, and it's definitely stuck on. Oh, it's good. I like it. It's a good enhancement. Which brings us round to the other side. So again, we have to dry it all because it's a bit wetter on this side. So we'll dry the full surrounding area as well. And if I show you on the GoPro just before I start this, you can see without the cover on, you can see that actually the camera sticks out just a little bit protruding. So when you put this cover over the top, it actually sits quite nice and flush against it. So that feels quite smooth, like it actually takes it to the same depth. So that should work flawlessly. I can't see any reason why it won't. Okay, all the peel is off. It has indeed taken me about 5 minutes. I mean, it's good because it's adhesive, but it's bloody annoying getting it off. I just always end up taking the actual sticky tape off with the cover. Anyway, right, so now I'm going to stick this on. It's all still completely dry. It's all about getting it right around that camera, because that is the most important element. And, oh, not quite. That's it. And then push it forward so it feels flush, and then just squeeze. Excellent. It's on. Again, I think that looks smart. I like it. I do like this carbon fibre finish. It just enhances it just a little bit and makes it's still shiny, but not in the same plasticky way. I think that's good. That's a good look. It's a nice, simple enhancement. Okay, so next up are the door handles. Now, these are really straightforward. At the end of the day, you've got 2 for the left, 2 for the right, and obviously the shape slightly different, because obviously on the other side there's just a mirror of this. Application on these should, in theory, be the most straightforward thing. One, the peel comes off easily, like that a lot. And then if I just get that off, now I've got to bear in mind, obviously, this is just sitting on top, and we've got to be able to push that there. So if I probably line up on the right first, and then make sure it lines up and it's level, it's in the middle. It's a nice even gap all the way around, and then you just push, I guess, and then we'll pull the handle out. And if I hold it out, that's going to open the electric port, like so. That's it. It's on. It looks nice. Excellent. Right, well, that's one done, and I'll go ahead and do the other 3, and then we'll move on to the spoiler. Okay, right, we're round the back, and I'm conscious that actually I'm slowly losing daylight, but I really want to get this done, and this is really wet. So this is going to take quite a bit of drying, so let's get rid of some of this excess water off the top. Okay, so that's all dry, and I know it's super clean because I said I washed the car, but also it feels nice and smooth because you want it flawless. So let me just grab the spoiler itself, which is here. Now it only goes one way up, and it fits not that way up. Let me also make sure the GoPro's filming this from above so we can see this from every angle. So I said it's still got the adhesive tape on it at the moment, so I can just trial it and see how it fits. Now, I think there really is only one point where it meets completely perfectly, so you can't really get this wrong, apart from maybe like a couple of millimeters. So I need to make sure I get this absolutely bang on, and that feels like it's in the right place. It feels like it should stick quite well. I think it looks pretty good though, doesn't it? You can let go and it does hold on. I like that. And that is in line with there. And that is in line with there, maybe tiny millimetre to the left. Now what I want to do here is to be absolutely certain that I'm getting this right. So what I thought I'd do is use tape. So this is the tape, like masking tape, if you were painting. So if I put this where I'm pretty sure is the middle, my plan here is I'm going to stick that. So that's on the car and the spoiler, and they are where I believe the centre is. So what I'm going to do now is very carefully, because obviously I don't want to damage either the car or the spoiler, is I'm going to cut the masking tape with this craft knife. And I'm going to stick that down and then leave this bit on the spoiler. So I know that when I fit it, they should be exactly in line. If I show you on the GoPro here, so what I've done here is just made sure that that is an exact straight line. So when I install this, I need to make sure they line back up, which should at least give me a fighting chance of making sure I get this right. I'll also put a bit of tape on each end just to indicate exactly where the end of the spoiler is, which is there. And then on this side, which is there. So I know those are the lines I'm aiming for. And then it's the moment of truth. Bit scary. So what we'll do here is we'll take off more adhesive tape. But this is one piece that goes right the way along and is obviously super important that you get this right. Can't quite grip it. Honestly, I do. I know this stuff is a necessary evil, but I hate it. Plus, obviously, what you don't want is this to be able to, fall off or be easily taken off. Once it's on, you want it to well and truly solidify. There is the cover. So that is all of the tape protector off on the bottom half, and then there's a top half. Okay, there we go, and that's the cover off. Right. Now we know which is the top, thanks to the tape. And all we've got to do here is line this up perfectly. So let's bring the GoPro down here so you can see exactly what I can see. So all we've got to do is get this perfectly in line with that. Now because you've got adhesive on the top and the bottom, I imagine this is going to grip quite well and quite quickly. So that's perfectly lined up. So if I start in the middle, let's just hold it on and then gently work my way out. And I am in line with the tape on that side and with that side. So it's worked in terms of the fact that it's definitely dead center. Fingerprints all over it, but it's fine. And then really make sure the adhesive's taking at the very edges, so give it a good push. Don't be shy putting pressure on this thing. And remember, there's tape at the bottom and at the top. And that's still perfectly in line, which is fantastic. And then so we push down a bit and forwards. And then we can take this tape off and take this tape off. And of course take this tape off, one piece, and then let's grab this one from underneath. And there's the second piece, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a carbon fibre spoiler. Like, look at the shape of that, that's so sharp, it's excellent. Looking a bit more like the performance model, but on a budget. Instead of spending £20,000 extra, you can just spend a small amount with Hansshow and they'll send you one of these. Really like it. Now let's move inside the car and let's get those screens protected. Okay, so we're inside the car now and we can start with these tempered glass bits. So we've got this applicator, like a solid plastic, but it kind of serves like a squeegee-like thing, doesn't it? So we'll do the back one second, but we'll start with the big front one. Make sure all the greasy fingerprints have been removed. So let's get this out. I can see that the screen looks nice and clean. Now it's labelled as back. Now what I'll do is I'm going to start at one end and then we can just pull the backing off as we go. Check it lines up at the top and the bottom, which it does. Let's push that on. In fact, let's use our tool to get rid of some of the air that's in there. Actually, to be fair, I can see it disappearing all by itself, but if we just push that out, I don't know about you, but every time I do these on my phone, I absolutely hate it. I tend to do an okay job, but I still hate doing it. Right, and that seems to be on, and it does. You can see that it's a bit more matte. Do I think it looks any different? I don't know, I can't decide. I don't think it looks any less sharp. Yeah, that's nice, and obviously that just avoids it being scratched, which is great. So now let's move into the back and do that screen. Okay, and now I'm in the back of the car and I have the second screen cover. So the screen is obviously a little bit smaller and the cover reflects that. It's going to be the same application. Now obviously I've already wiped this with the wet wipe, but I'll just go over it with this dry cloth as well, just to make sure it is nice and clean. I think I'm moving it all over the show in terms of where the heat is going to point. Back to that side. Again, screen-wise, let's just line that up. That's it. That's a nice, easy, simple installation. To be fair, an installation video of a screen cover was never going to be super interesting, but are they worth having? 100%. And I do like this matte finish just to take away the shine. So yeah, really like those. Again, a huge shout out to Hansshow. Thank you so much for the accessories that you've seen me install on this video. Please do go and have a look at the Hansshow website. The link is up there and there's also a discount code in the description below. So make sure you go and save yourself some money as well. Please do like the video if you found it useful. Please do subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. And of course, I hopefully will see you on the next video really soon. Take care of yourself. See you soon. Bye.